Welcome. My name is Matthew Stevens, and this is Pedal Echoes, a discussion about what pedals inspired an artist's creativity for new music. My discussion with Nicola Mel and Sebastiano Pozzobon of Cornea happened in the morning of January 30th, 2021. This is episode 18. Nicola Mel and Sebastiano Pozzobon are the guitarist and bassist of the band Cornea. Cornea is a shoegaze metal post-rock band from Padua, Italy. Welcome to Pedal Echoes.
Hello, Matthew.
How did Cornea get started?
Cornea got started in 2015 by me. I was already playing, with another band, which was, kind of falling apart. And so I really wanted to play something more ethereal and instrumental, and I wanted to dive deep in one of my oldest passions, which are effects and pedals and ambient music and so forth. And so I just founded Cornea, and we've gone through some lineup changes through time, but
As bands do.
Yeah, every band does. Yeah. And ultimately we settled with Sebastiano on the bass and Andrea on the drums, and we were a 4-piece before, and with the latest changes we became a 3-piece.
And did the three of you record it on your new record Apart?
Yeah, we already did recording of Apart, but then two guys went away, and so we didn't feel like releasing that record was a good thing. So we just re-recorded everything with Sebastiano.
Cool thing, I didn't have to replicate the previous parts, but the guys gave me total freedom. That's how the new, let's call new Apart, was born.
That's an intimidating thing to walk into a new band, and if there is, certain parts that you have to learn, especially when there's a lot of material, and especially in a post-rock band where there's a lot of parts and the songs are long, typically.
To learn new material for me, it's not a big problem, because I've been playing for many years. I had my project, post-metal project, and I've always been into music since I was a kid. I used to play cello, so it was great to have this soundscapes and very cool parts already written, and at the same time the possibility to experiment, to bring my own sound and ideas, and to give birth to something I could say a little bit heavier than the music was before. I think Mel could agree with this.
It was already heavy in a way, but the heavy part of Cornea music is coming from more of a doom metal kind of influence, yeah. And so with Sebastiano, I could find that sort of like feeling, because the other guys weren't really into doom or anything, so we just click together,
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to find, and when it does, you gotta hold on to that.
Definitely hard. And we thought like, we are a 3-piece now, so we have to just kick in and be more like heavier than ever,
or sounding like a, let's say, classic post-rock band, but we want to avoid cliches and try to build always something more personal.
Can you guys tell me what pedals were used in the recording of Apart?
As far as clean sounds, we have, of course, the timeline from Strymon, which was the main delay used at the time, and the Empress reverb as well, mainly modulated reverb, and also some echo rack here and there. And yeah, some modulation. We had the Julia and the Boss BF2 flanger, the vintage one. That's really dark and twisted flanger. I really like it. And yeah, it's better than the chorus to modulate darkness. And distortion sounds, well, of course, the main pedal is the Rat, Proco Rat, boosted by Earthquaker Devices Dunes, and after it, everything into the Boss G7, which is an EQ pedal. And I think it's the ultimate piece of equipment, to have in a board. Also, I use the Heavy from Empress because we kind of dubbed every guitar tracks more than once with different guitars and different pedals.
And how about you, Sebastiano?
I use a couple of overdrive, full tone OCD, which gives me more vintage kind of overdrive, and microtubes, B3K by Dark Glass. Then for my wet sound, I use Eventide H9 and a Boss chorus. Managing all of this stuff is quite unusual for a bass player to have all of this system, but it works pretty well. We are always exploring new territories of sound.
Do you remember what any of those were specifically dialed to? Like you mentioned that the Strymon Timeline and the Empress Reverb were the main delay and reverbs. Do you remember what those were set to?
Timeline was mainly set on the tape algorithm, which is, the best delay ever for me. And also the analog kind of bucket brigade kind of delay for distortion. And then the Empress reverb was always set on the Ghost setting and modulated reverb to have, just long, lush pads.
Out of all the pedals that you've both mentioned, what would you say are the key pedals that help give you your sound?
Well, that's an hard one.
You're welcome.
Yeah. For clean stuff, I would say tape delay. Actually, at the moment, I'm using an ecosystem because I switched the timeline for that. And, modulated reverb. And for distortion sound, yeah, the Rat is basically the do-it-all kind of pedal to me, because you can really stack it with everything. It always sounds good.
If you really like the Rat, check out Electronic Audio Experiments, and they make the Longsword, which is based on the Rat chip, and also has a built-in boost.
Yeah, we'll definitely check it out.
What would you say Cornea has coming up in this new life that we all live?
We are just trying to keep the band alive, writing new material. And it was like an unfortunate release because it went out on April of 2020. And so it was full lockdown here in Italy. And so we don't want it to be like left over.
I talk with a lot of artists that, especially last year, kind of teetering on the idea, should we still release our record? And a lot of times I feel like people need something to, to dive into when there's not a lot going on.
Something you can use to escape. You're locked inside your house and you can just put on music to let your mind, wander somewhere.
Music is therapeutic, and especially like this genre where there are no vocals, it leads a lot for interpretation.
We can say we are working on a lot of new material, and we are really excited about what's happening. Everything is sounding a little bit different, and we don't look forward to record this new music.
We are releasing a new video really soon. Video premiere on Where Post Rock Dwells, called Pink.
Great. Well, thank you guys for being on the show. I appreciate it.
Yep, sure.
Of course.
Have a good day, Matthew.
To find out more about Cornea, please visit cornea.bandcamp.com. Apart is available now. From Apart by Cornea, this is Saltwater.
This song is one of the oldest songs Cornea ever wrote. It represents really well the ambivalent soul of the band. There's a lot of ambient and like melancholic sounds. And then we hit it, with the fuzz. And so enjoy.
Please like this video and subscribe to this channel. It goes a long way.